Right, I said I'd absolutely keep it real with you. It's cold, it's f***ing miserable.
There's not really much to say about it other than, wow, it was an incredible weekend of golf. This weekend, there's not really much to say about it other than, wow, it was an incredible weekend of golf. Friday was tough, frozen conditions. I'm not going to beat myself up like that. Putting actually let me down because the greens just bobbled all over the place, which is just understandable. But it just is what it is. It's just playing the conditions. The Monday, however, was 18 holes of golf. It was a phenomenal front nine of 3 over, with the back nine being 8 over. The back nine is a tough back nine. It plays longer than it is. All in all, plus 11. I'm happy. It was great. It was really, really good. So the metrics that we've put in place: how many shots over par can I shoot based on how many holes of golf I play in a weekend? So this weekend I played 27 holes of golf. Played 9 on the Friday, 18 on the Monday. Last week, for the holes of golf that I played, I shot 0.77 shots per hole over 0. So I've been bringing that number down steadily. This week, the number sits at 0.59 shots per hole played. So we've come down again by almost 0.2 shots per hole played, which I'm almost at 1 bogey per 2 holes played, which is it's starting to really go in a good direction. There's still some silly mistakes. So I'm not going to sit here and say it was perfect. It wasn't perfect. Back nine, my lower back started to get tight. I was cold, so I was really starting to struggle to rotate and get through the ball, which was making my timing go all out of kilter, and my distance on my shots came up shorter than I would have liked. Now, I'm not really going to dive too much into the stats for the 9 holes that I played because it was frozen, it was really tough. So I'm not really going to look at that in too much detail, but I am going to look at and break down what happened on the 18th hole. So compared to a 10 handicap, which is the current benchmark piece that we're using as we use this road to scratch, I shot 0.6 strokes gained on driving, minus 1.2 strokes gained on approach, minus 1.1 strokes gained on short, and plus 3.5 strokes gained on putting. So I was actually 3.5 shots better than a 10 handicapper with my putting. And if nothing else, what I am seeing within this series is my putting is probably my strongest point, and has been consistently for a while, even though when I first started playing back in May, my putting was absolutely abysmal. Now, there's some key stats in this. I hit 50% of fairways, which is far better than I've been hitting recently. It's not a great stat in this situation, but I did hit 5 out of 18 greening regulations. So we've got some work to do on approach. We know that we've got some work to do on the approach game. The standout stat for me though this week, I have put a lot of effort and a lot of time, and I will consistently put a lot of time and effort into this. It's my short game. So on Monday, for 0 to 25 yard shots and 25 to 50 yard shots, I didn't miss a green at all. In that entire round, I didn't miss a green. When we look at approach play and the difficulties that we've had with approach play recently, I missed short 50% of the time. A 10 handicapper will hit the green 36% of the time for green in regulation. I hit the green 28% of the time with green in regulation. Approach game is still a problem. 50% of shots coming up short is a problem. Now, speaking to the coach, one of the things that he wants me to tweak is he wants me to club up in order to hit the back of the green. Accepting that there's no rollout or very little rollout, it's likely to travel less distance, so aim for the back of green. So a nice little nugget in there that we can take away from this. The other little thing as well that I noticed as well with my approach game is I missed left once and I missed right 3 times. So I am favouring that high fade on my irons, and I am still coming over the top as part of my swing. I know that. It's how I play. I've always played fade bias. I am working on it, but I don't want to completely overhaul everything and break playing golf. I love playing golf. I want to play golf as much as I can at a weekend. So I'm not going to go through a complete swing rebuild just yet. So the week ahead. Now, what I have noticed is the fitness work, the mobility work, and range sessions in the week are really taking a hammering at the minute. I'm struggling. I am not going to sit there and lie to you guys. I am struggling to be able to get to the range. I am struggling for time. However, something has got to give at some point, and I think we're getting close to that point where things are now starting to hold me back. I am noticing that my lower back is tighter. I'm noticing that my hamstrings are tighter, and it will only be a matter of time that if I don't do something about this, injury will kick in and it will put me out of playing golf, and then I'll be sitting there kicking myself that I haven't done anything. So we are at a point where some form of intervention, and I don't know what that's going to be, is going to have to take place. The week ahead. Now, we've got a lot of work to do with the irons. There's no way that we can sit there and argue that. There's a lot of work to do with the irons. The further out the bag from the wedges that we go, up to the longer irons, we are more problematic. However, what I would say is my longer irons are more accurate. My shorter irons, I tend to get a little bit short with my swing, and I get a little bit of chicken wing, and it causes me the problems there. My longer irons are better because I do tend to throw the club away out to the right in my swing, which does allow me the space and distance. But my shorter irons are a problem, and I need to get that back working, and I'm going to have to focus on my approach play probably a lot more than I actually thought I would do as part of this process. Now, last week, the coach obviously said that I need to start looking at tendencies. So we've got 1 round in the bank. We've got a couple of 9-hole sessions in as part of all of the work that we've done. But we're going to do it based on the 18 holes, start figuring out the tendencies, start seeing where things start to go wrong, and we'll pick it up as we start to get more data. I'm actually going to get the pen and paper out and start scribbling on this to look at where the tendencies are. I might give myself a nice spreadsheet, and if I do that, I'll share it with you so that you can see what I've done and if it can help you. So this week, again, it's approach play. We're going to smash the hell out of wedge work, and we're going to get on top of the approach play. Iron work, we're going to start to focus on getting that elbow tighter into the hip, pull the right elbow into the hip, and we're going to just start trying to get a little bit more inside, and start to throw the club away a little so that we get more power, we just get more efficient. It's becoming a little bit problematic, so we've just got to be very, very careful with that.
Right, I said I'd absolutely keep it real with you on this journey, and this is probably the bit that other creators won't tell you. Playing on your own is great because you get to get the headspace, you get to just be in your own environment, and it's great. But what they won't tell you is it's cold, it's miserable, and you can't stay warm because you're setting up your camera, you move into another spot. This is the bit that's tough. Playing golf is incredible, but I tell you what, this is the bit where you just go, like, I'm on the second green, I've just hit the green on a par 3. This is the bit where I'm just like, you know what, I could actually just stop recording, play my golf and enjoy it. Keep moving, stay warm. Like, it's no joke. I've got to do something to be able to stay warm while I'm doing content, because it's, at the minute, I'm on the second hole and it's pretty miserable. Like, it's probably 2-3 degrees, it's freezing, and I can't seem to stay warm. So yeah, this is the bit that's tough. This is the bit that I'm struggling with, documenting this journey. But I said I'd keep it real, and this is probably as real as it can be. So yeah, we carry on though, don't we? We've just hit an absolute belter. Got Birdie Opportunity. Looks like 5 foot, 4 foot. Right, we're struggling, light's starting to go. I need to just absolutely pick up the pace. It's freezing cold. I've got a new coat arriving in the next sort of day or so. So I'm hoping that'll give me a little bit more stretch and mobility without having to wear layers. So let's see how we get on. I will keep the camera on the buggy, so that on the trolley, so that we can record the occasional bit. But I am going to speed up. and then I'll check in with you at the end, let you know how I've got on. It's not going to be a good round. Today is one of them. Today's going to be one of those days that it's just not going to work, not going to pay off. But this is part of the struggle. Like I say, I'm already, like, my lower back's cold. I'm struggling to twist, struggling to get through the ball. So we're just gonna play, enjoy it, and keep going. So yeah, we'll check in a bit.